Now, Fred Matiangi develops a strategy that ensures the lock of the Gusii region by kicking out William Ruto and any other political party. The six strategy political party that enables him get parliamentaries from the president, women rep, MPs, the governor, the MCAs, all locked under the Jubilee party. But the question is, can Matiangi actually manage to lock out all other political parties, given Gusii region was a stronghold of Raila Odinga, and we have Simba Arati, who is a die-hard supporter of the broad-based alliance? Can Simba Arati manage to divert the votes in the Gusii region by establishing a strong foundation that will re-elect William Ruto come 2027? Well, welcome back to our channel. Press that subscribe button and ring your notification bell so that you can be first to receive our news bulletins once we upload them. Now, Matiangi has also convened a meeting of all aspirants from Gusii region with a six-piece strategy. This will only mean from the president to the MCAs, the governors, the MPs, down to the women rep, all elected under Jubilee. This only confirms a move that Matiangi is totally locking Gusii region down and securing it as the kingpin, stamping his authority to lock William Ruto out of the Gusii region. But is Matiangi going to succeed with his six-piece strategy? William Ruto must be in total panic mode and political tension, because if Kalonzo Musyoka is moving to lock Mount Kenyan region with both former President Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua, and Matiangi is here trying to secure the Gusii region with a six-piece strategy from bottom till up, with only aspirants of Jubilee being elected. Can Ruto survive this strategy? And the question still lies, why is Matiangi using Jubilee and not forming his own political party?
Wetu nimekubalika. Ya? Kwa hivyo mimi nikiongea, watu ya mlima wanajua naongea kwa niaba yao. Tunataka kujua kabisa huyu Fred Matiangi amekubalika na jamii ya Gusii kama kiongozi wao. Unasikia? Sasa tunajua akija kwa meza amebeba jamii nzima. Na mimi hapo ndio niko na maneno.
Unashuku kwamba jamii haijamkubali?
Mimi nashuku kwa sababu siku amekuja pale amelakiwa vizuri sana. Governor Simba Arati, rafiki yangu sana, alikuwa pale. Na kila mtu amesema hawataki Ruto, hawataki Raila, wanataka Matiangi akuwe rais. Siku tatu baadaye nimesikia huyu Arati akisema Matiangi kuja ungana na Raila. Sasa mimi nimeshangaa, kwani imekuwaje? Kwani hii maneno hamungu wamemaliza? I thought hii maneno imemalizika ya kwamba Matiangi ndio kiongozi ya jamii, aende atafute uongozi. Sasa nimeona governor ameanza kumwambia atienda ongea na Raila ati kwa ODM. So hiyo maneno ndio niko na wasiwasi naye kidogo. Tena mimi nimeanza kuona vijana wadogo, huyu kijana anaitwa Osoro, huyu anaitwa Nyakundi, wanamtusi Matiangi na kusema ni mtu bure, hawezi, hakwende, watarudi Washington, hiyo mtu hawezani na Kenya nini. So nimeanza kushindwa, huyu Matiangi amekubalika kabisa kama kiongozi wa jamii. How do we trust ya kwamba huyu Matiangi enjoys the goodwill of the Gusii community?
An open and transparent process of nomination. Only the popular candidates will be given tickets. We will not take money from anybody, and you will not be nominated as a candidate because you are my friend, or you are Zach's friend, or you are Morales' friend. That does not exist in this party. And tell anybody who seeks to contest anything not to be deceived by anybody, to give them money, thinking that because they are friends, they are going to help them. It's not going to work in Jubilee. It's going to be free, fair, transparent, and straightforward. When I was Minister for Education, I used to use this phrase, that we execute things with military precision, that we will execute the nomination processes also with that level of precision. Only the people who qualify to be nominated will be nominated.
Now, we all know that Matiangi is the current deputy party leader of Jubilee. The Jubilee is a political party of none other than the former president Uhuru Kenyatta, and it is former President Uhuru Kenyatta that is actually advocating for Fred Okengo Matiangi to be on the ballot as president. Hence the question, do you think Matiangi is going to be the runmate of Kalonzo Musyoka, or who is actually going to be the runmate in the opposition? Now, Kalonzo Musyoka officially joins Rigathi Gachagua and former President Uhuru Kenyatta, a political strategy to lock William Ruto totally out of the Mount Kenyan region. Prior to this strategy or move, Kalonzo Musyoka was seen with former President Uhuru Kenyatta in Nigeria, seeking support from former ODM party leader Raila Odinga, the late diehard ally Obasanjo. Could this move of Kalonzo Musyoka merging alliances with Rigathi Gachagua and former President Uhuru Kenyatta be significant in giving Ruto headache come 2027? And the question is, do you think Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka can beat William Ruto's re-election bid come 2027? After merging forces with Rigathi Gachagua and former President Uhuru Kenyatta? And can both Uhuru and Gachagua manage to make Mount Kenyan region to secure all their votes behind Kalonzo Musyoka to secure an election as president? Now, up to now, the opposition has not defined its hierarchy under Kalonzo's runmate. Whom do you think is actually going to be Kalonzo Musyoka's runmate?
And totally ready now to move forward in a strengthened, revitalized manner. We have begun the process of organizing for elections.
Now, yes, Gachagua is right to be in a panic mode because Simba Arati is a diehard of the broad-based alliance, meaning the votes in the Gusii region could be divided into two if Matiangi does not stamp his authority in the Gusii region. This will only mean definitely the supporters of Raila Odinga can decide to bid their allegiance to none other than William Ruto, succeeding in dividing the Gusii region votes. So yes, Matiangi has to stand and stamp his authority, declaring that he actually is in control of the Gusii region. And with this six-piece strategy, it will enable him to actually acquire seats from the presidency to the governor, to the MPs, women rep, MCAs, name it, all the six running under the ticket of Jubilee, making Jubilee an official Gusii party. But do you think Fred Matiangi can actually secure the Gusii region? Because initially, the Gusii region used to bid its support for Raila Odinga the late, and most of them were running under ODM, meaning the Gusii region doesn't really actually have a political party. Can he convince the Gusii region to work under the Jubilee Party as their official party? Just as Gachagua said, he has been acknowledged in Mount Kenyan region. Can Matiangi establish his ground with a strong political backing in the Gusii region, locking all other parties, including ODM and UDA, out of the Gusii region? But Matiangi still has a challenge because Simba Arati is a diehard supporter of the broad-based alliance, meaning if Simba Arati can actually convince the Gusii region into supporting William Ruto and ODM, then it only means that the votes are going to be divided. So definitely he's going to be having quite a challenge into convincing the Gusii region into supporting him under the Jubilee ticket, establishing a strong foundation for the political party Jubilee. Now, Gachagua was also very clear that Matiangi needed to go and secure the Gusii region so that he can come back to negotiate. It's always about the numbers. Whoever has the numbers definitely has the biggest say. But what game do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta is playing? We have seen him backing Kalonzo Musyoka together with Rigathi Gachagua, and here he is strongly in support of Fred Matiangi. What is the catch? The games opposition are playing, giving William Ruto sleepless nights. The question is, do you think Fred Matiangi can actually succeed in locking Mount Kenyan region, securing a strong foundation, establishing Jubilee as the running party in Gusii region, kicking out ODM and definitely UDA out of the Gusii politics? Gusii region, once known as one of the diehards of Raila Odinga, but with the Raila out of the picture, can Matiangi succeed in convincing the Gusii region into unifying under the Jubilee ticket, securing 6 politicians under the Jubilee ticket? With Gachagua, Uhuru Kenyatta, and Kalonzo Musyoka merging forces, how safe is William Ruto come 2027? The battles of 2027 political war have just begun, leaving Ruto sleepless nights. Is Uhuru Kenyatta playing two faces in the politics, backing Kalonzo and pushing for Fred Matiangi to be the next president? What is the actual game plan of the opposition? Rigathi Gachagua, Uhuru Kenyatta, Kalonzo Musyoka merging alliances to kick William Ruto out of the Mount Kenyan region totally? Can Matiangi succeed in stamping authority in the Gusii region by giving Jubilee a strong foundation that will enable him to secure the numbers for much more position of talks with Rigathi Gachagua? Leave me your views on the comment section. Subscribe to Royal News, the channel where you get all your trending politics. JD Ishmaels.